The rap world is currently standing on the edge of a total collapse. Forget the diss tracks, forget the memes, and forget the petty Instagram captions. What just happened in the last 2 hours has sent a literal shiver down the spine of every major executive in the music industry. T.I. has officially broken his silence. But this isn't a press release or a polite request. Following the humiliating leak of King Harris's jailhouse footage, the King of the South has reportedly hit the nuclear option. We have obtained exclusive details of a chilling, private video message sent directly to 50 Cent's inner circle. Insiders are describing T.I.'s demeanor as terrifyingly calm, the kind of calm that comes right before a storm that levels everything in its path. T.I. is no longer talking about music. He's talking about industry-shattering secrets that 50 Cent has spent 20 years trying to bury. Prepare yourself, because the warning T.I. just issued is so graphic, so personal, and so final that the rap game will never be the same after tonight. You are not ready for the war that just began. To understand why this moment feels like the end of days for hip-hop royalty, we have to look at the wreckage of the last few months. The tension between T.I. and 50 Cent isn't just a beef. It's a collision of two completely different worlds, two different ideologies, and two different versions of street law. On one side, you have the billionaire troll, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a man who has perfected the art of digital execution. 50 Cent doesn't just argue. He dismantles legacies brick by brick using memes, sarcasm, and a relentless psychological warfare that has left icons like Ja Rule and Rick Ross in the dust. On the other side, you have Clifford T.I. Harris, the self-proclaimed King of the South. T.I. is a man built on the old-school foundations of Southern respect, family honor, and a strict code that dictates family is always off-limits. For years, these two titans maintained a cold, uneasy peace. There were the legendary Versus challenges that were teased but never materialized. There were the slight jabs in radio interviews and the occasional competitive tension over who truly owned the energy of the 2000s. But everything changed when the next generation entered the frame. 50 Cent didn't just target T.I. this time. He targeted T.I.'s bloodline. He went after T.I.'s wife, Tiny, and most dangerously, he turned T.I.'s son, King Harris, into his primary target. The viral image of King Harris getting arrested in a bright yellow Pikachu onesie was the spark, but 50 Cent was the one who poured the gasoline. Every time King Harris stumbled, every time he posted a defiant Instagram story, and every time he faced a new legal hurdle, 50 Cent was there to amplify the failure. He didn't just mock the arrest. He mocked the father. He questioned T.I.'s teaching and suggested that the man who survived federal prison couldn't even control his own household. This wasn't just trolling anymore. It was a direct assault on T.I.'s legacy as a father and a mentor. The real turning point, the moment this situation shifted from internet drama to a chilling reality, was the recent leak of the Gwinnett County detention footage. Sources say this footage shows a deeply broken, vulnerable interaction between father and son behind glass walls. It wasn't meant for the public, but somehow, it found its way into the hands of 50 Cent's ecosystem. To T.I., this was the ultimate betrayal. In the streets of Atlanta, you don't broadcast a man's family pain for clout. Imagine the psychological weight T.I. has been carrying. He has spent the last decade transitioning from a convicted felon to a community leader, a movie star, and a family man. He built Grand Hustle into a global empire. But within weeks, 50 Cent has managed to make that empire look like a house of cards. The Family Hustle wasn't just a reality TV title for T.I., it was his life's work. Watching the world laugh at his son while his greatest rival leads the chorus has reportedly pushed T.I. into a dark, calculated space that the industry hasn't seen since his early days in the trap. The industry has been holding its breath, waiting for the logical and reasonable T.I. to respond. We saw the polite interviews on Ebro and the diplomatic responses on social media. But those were just masks. Behind the scenes, the king was mobilizing. What happened after that jail footage leaked wasn't a PR move. It was a total shift into war mode. T.I. reportedly went dark, cutting off communication with everyone except his most trusted inner circle. The history between these two is littered with the careers of people who thought they could play with 50 Cent and win. But T.I. is not young buck. T.I. is not a pawn in 50's game. He is a kingpin with deep roots in the Atlanta underworld and even deeper connections in the corporate boardrooms of New York. When a man of that stature feels his family is under a legitimate, existential threat, he doesn't post a meme. He sends the message that ensures his rival never feels safe again. The stage is set. The history is written in blood and lawsuits. And the chilling warning T.I. just issued? It's the first shot in a war that is no longer about rap. It's about survival. You can feel the tension in the air, and as we move into the actual details of the warning, you'll realize why the entire industry is currently in a state of absolute panic. The world was expecting a tweet, maybe a formal statement from a high-priced lawyer. Instead, late last night, the digital atmosphere of the hip-hop industry was shattered by a report that an encrypted, private video file had been delivered directly to 50 Cent's executive team at G-Unit and Stars. Our insider source, someone deep within the high-stakes Atlanta production circuit, has described the contents of this video in vivid, terrifying detail. This wasn't T.I. the rapper. This was Clifford Harris, the man who knows where every body is buried in this industry. In the video, T.I. isn't in a recording studio. He isn't surrounded by a rowdy crew or flashing jewelry. He is sitting in a dimly lit, wood-paneled office, the walls covered in gold records that now seem like haunting relics of a past life. He isn't shouting. He isn't using the multi-syllabic complex vocabulary he's famous for. His voice is a low, raspy whisper that carries more weight than any scream. It's a tone that sounds like a final judgment. Curtis. T.I. reportedly begins, staring directly into the camera lens with eyes that haven't seen sleep in days. You think this is a game. You think my son's life, my family's trauma, is just free content for your Broadway shows and your Instagram feed. You think because you've built a billion-dollar empire, you're untouchable. But you forgot one thing about the South. We don't forget, and we don't forgive when it comes to our blood. You've been digging up my past for weeks, but you better check your own backyard. I know what happened in 2009, Curtis. I know about the meetings that weren't on the books. I know about the paperwork you paid to keep out of the public eye. T.I. didn't just threaten 50 Cent with a diss track or a physical confrontation. That would be too predictable. He reportedly threatened him with the corporate nuclear option. According to leaked whispers of the message, T.I. claimed to have possession of a black box of information, legal documents, internal memos, and recorded statements regarding 50 Cent's early business dealings and silent partnerships in Georgia that could potentially jeopardize his multi-billion-dollar TV and film contracts. We aren't just talking about rap beef rumors. We are talking about evidence of corporate fraud and bad faith dealings that could make Stars and Lionsgate sever ties with 50 Cent overnight. T.I. allegedly gave 50 Cent a brutal 48-hour ultimatum. Delete every post, issue a public, televised apology to Tiny and King, or I release the first file. And believe me, Curtis, the first file is enough to make your shareholders pull the plug on every project you have in development. You wanted to play with my legacy? I'm going to play with your bank account. The tension in the room where that video was reportedly played was described as suffocating. 50 Cent has spent his entire career being the one who has the paperwork. He's the one who trolls people with their deepest, darkest secrets. But for the first time in 20 years, the tables have turned. T.I. isn't playing by the rules of a rap beef anymore. He's playing by the rules of mutually assured destruction. He is targeting the one thing 50 Cent loves more than anything else, his power and his money. The video reportedly ends with T.I. leaning so close to the camera that his face fills the frame, his voice dropping even lower. I've spent the last 20 years trying to be the man the judge wanted me to be. I've been a mentor, a speaker, a logical man. But for my son, for the boy you humiliated while he was in a cell, I'll become the man the devil is afraid to look at. Stop playing with me before I stop playing with you. 48 hours, Curtis. The clock is ticking. Within minutes of this message reportedly being delivered, the first cracks in the digital dam began to show. A leaked screenshot of a DM from T.I.'s verified account to 50 Cent surfaced on a major gossip blog, simply saying, "Check your secure email. The games are over." Fans are in a total state of panic. The drama/T community on YouTube and TikTok is exploding with theories. Is this the moment T.I. finally snaps? We've seen him angry before, but this is different. This is a man who feels his honor has been stripped away in front of the world, and he is ready to burn the whole industry down to get it back. But here is the second shocking twist that has sent the conspiracy theorists into overdrive. While T.I. was sending this chilling warning, a second, unauthorized piece of footage from the Gwinnett County Jail began to circulate in private Discord groups. This wasn't King Harris being arrested. This was grainy, infrared CCTV footage of a third party, a known associate linked to 50 Cent's security team, reportedly spotted in the processing area of the same facility on the very night King was booked. The implication is terrifying. Was the entire Pikachu arrest a setup? Did 50 Cent have someone on the inside waiting for King Harris to ensure the most humiliating footage possible was captured and leaked? If this was a coordinated hit on King's reputation from within the legal system itself, then T.I.'s chilling warning isn't just a response, it's a declaration of a war that is about to get physical, legal, and permanent. The King of the South has drawn a line in the red Georgia clay. 50 Cent has 48 hours to decide if he wants to continue being a troll, or if he wants to keep his empire. The rap world is holding its breath, and for the first time in history, 50 Cent might actually be looking at a fight he can't win with a meme. As the news of T.I.'s nuclear ultimatum filtered through the industry, the internet didn't just react, it fractured. On Twitter, now X, the hashtag the warning and hashtag 2009 files began trending #1 worldwide within minutes. Every major news outlet, from TMZ to Complex, was scrambling to verify the existence of the black box T.I. mentioned. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. At @rapinsider_X. Breaking. Sources close to G-Unit HQ say the mood is extremely tense. T.I.'s legal team has reportedly sent a formal cease and desist that includes mention of undisclosed criminal evidence from 2009. This is getting dark. At ATL_legend, 50 Cent finally poked the wrong lion. T.I. knows the ATL streets and the corporate boardrooms. If Tip says he has files, he has files. 50 better delete those posts. But then, something happened that no one expected. 50 Cent, the man who usually responds to a threat within seconds with a laughing meme, went completely silent. For 6 long hours, his Instagram page, the most active battlefield in hip-hop, was a ghost town. No jokes. No Broadway promotions. No Power Universe updates. This silence was more terrifying than any insult. It signaled to the world that for the first time in 20 years, Curtis Jackson was actually consulting with his lawyers. The escalation reached a fever pitch when a popular YouTuber, known for having deep connections in the Atlanta courthouse, dropped a shocking reveal. They claimed to have obtained a leaked internal memo from a major streaming network. The memo suggested that 50 Cent had been secretly funding a documentary titled The Fall of a King, a project specifically designed to expose the Harris family's private legal struggles over the last decade. T.I.'s chilling warning wasn't just about Instagram memes. It was a preemptive strike to kill a multi-million-dollar documentary that would have destroyed his family's reputation forever. T.I. wasn't just defending his son, he was fighting for the survival of the Harris name. But as the 48-hour clock continued to tick, a second, even more disturbing reveal surfaced. A photo began circulating in private close friends, stories of prominent industry insiders. The photo showed a stack of documents on a desk with a federal seal, visible on the corner. The caption read, "The 2009 paperwork is real. And it's not just about 50 Cent. It involves names that will dismantle the entire Southern rap hierarchy." The industry backlash was immediate and visceral. Other rappers, who had been sitting on the sidelines, started taking sides. Rick Ross reportedly posted a cryptic video of himself on a private jet, laughing while holding a folder with the caption, "The truth is coming, and it's expensive. Hashtag MMG, hashtag Southside." Meanwhile, The Game allegedly went on a 10-minute rant on Instagram Live, saying, "I told y'all he was a snake." 50 Cent plays with people's lives until someone plays with his money. T.I. is about to shut the whole shop down. The shocking reveal that truly changed the narrative, however, came late in the evening. A leaked audio clip, reportedly from a tapped phone call between 50 Cent and an unknown associate, began to spread. In the audio, you can hear a voice that sounds exactly like 50 Cent, but the bravado is gone. He thinks he's got the 2009 files? He doesn't know who else is on those papers. If he drops that, he's taking down half of Atlanta with me. Tell him to think about his own friends before he hits send. This revelation sent shockwaves through the Atlanta rap scene. Was T.I. holding a weapon that would not only destroy 50 Cent but also expose his own allies? The nuclear option suddenly looked like it could cause a fallout that would leave no survivors. As the world watched the countdown, the public perception began to shift. This wasn't a funny rap beef anymore. This was a high-stakes corporate and street thriller. Fans were divided. Some were begging T.I. to expose him, while others were terrified that this would lead to actual violence. The cliffhanger for this hour? Just as the clock hit the 24-hour mark, halfway through the ultimatum, 50 Cent's Instagram page finally updated. But it wasn't a meme. It was a black screen with a single white sentence. The truth is never what you think it is. See you in New York. Why New York? Why now? And what does 50 Cent have planned for the King of the South when he steps onto 50's home turf? The war has officially moved from the digital world to the physical world, and the next revelation is guaranteed to be catastrophic. The chilling warning has turned the hip-hop community into a house divided, and the tension is so high that you can almost feel it through your screen. Within hours of the video's reported delivery, social media became a digital war zone. On one side, the old guard of hip-hop and the Southern loyalists are standing firmly behind T.I. They believe that even in the dirtiest rap beef, families, wives, and children must remain off-limits. To them, 50 Cent has broken the sacred code of the streets, and T.I. is simply doing what any real man would do, protecting his legacy. In an era where everything is for sale and every trauma is content, T.I. is reminding the world that honor still carries a heavy price tag. The industry is in a state of absolute panic because if T.I. actually releases the 2009 files, the fallout won't just hit 50 Cent. It could expose a decade of backroom deals and corruption that would dismantle the entire Southern rap hierarchy. Hip Hop Insider Weekly. But on the other side, the Gen Z and internet era fans are mocking T.I.'s gravity. They see him as a sensitive uncle who doesn't understand the rules of the modern game. In every TikTok comment section and Reddit thread, the debate is raging. Hashtag Team T.I. You don't play with a man's kids while they're in a cell. 50 Cent went too far, and now he's gonna find out why they call him the king. Hashtag Team 50. T.I. is just mad because he can't control King Harris. Don't blame 50 for the Pikachu onesie. 50 is just winning the internet game. The industry backlash, however, is where the real fear lies. Major celebrity reactions have started pouring in, and they aren't all friendly. Rick Ross reportedly posted a cryptic video on his Instagram story, sipping champagne with a smirk, saying, "The truth always tastes better when it's served cold. Cheers to the files coming out." Hashtag MMG. Meanwhile, rumors are swirling that the game is preparing a 10-minute exposed video of his own to support T.I.'s claims. The most shocking reaction, however, reportedly came from inside the Harris family. Sources say that Tiny Harris is devastated and terrified of what this nuclear war will do to their family's safety. There are reports of a heated confrontation between T.I. and Tiny, where she begged him to drop the secret files for the sake of their younger children, but T.I. allegedly replied, "They already took our piece, Tiny. Now, I'm taking his empire." The corporate world is also shaking. One high-level executive at a major ad agency reportedly told insiders, "We don't mind a bit of rap beef, but chilling warnings about secret criminal files and corporate sabotage? That's toxic for business." If T.I. drops even one of those documents, 50 Cent's multi-billion-dollar contracts could vanish overnight. Even Charlemagne the God reportedly weighed in on The Breakfast Club, saying, "I've known both these men for 20 years. T.I. doesn't talk like this for clout. He's a calculated, chess-playing individual. If he says the warning is chilling, then you better believe there's ice in the room." 50 Cent might have finally poked the one lion that isn't afraid of the circus. The division is so intense that several Atlanta elders, including Killer Mike, reportedly tried to call a peace summit to stop the fallout. But the word from the T.I. camp was short and final. No meetings. No talking. Only actions. Every second that passes without a funny meme from 50 Cent makes T.I.'s warning feel more real. Is the billionaire troll actually scared? Or is he preparing a response so catastrophic that it will end the family hustle forever? The countdown to the end of the 48-hour ultimatum is nearly over, and the entire world is watching the clock. As the 48-hour ultimatum entered its final, agonizing hours, the world was bracing for T.I. to hit the upload button on those devastating 2009 files. But just as the clock struck midnight, a final shocking revelation emerged that flipped the entire narrative on its head. This wasn't going to be a digital war, it had just become a physical confrontation. A leaked, grainy photograph from a high-security private hangar at Atlanta's DeKalb Peachtree Airport began circulating on private Discord servers. It showed T.I. boarding a Gulfstream jet, his face hidden behind dark glasses, his jaw tight with a tension that radiated through the lens. But he wasn't alone. Walking behind him, shrouded in a heavy black hoodie and flanked by a 6-man security detail, was King Harris. They weren't heading to a court hearing, and they weren't heading to a vacation spot. A leaked flight manifest confirmed the jet's destination, Teterboro, New Jersey. T.I. isn't sending files from the safety of Atlanta anymore. He is reportedly traveling to the heart of New York City to confront 50 Cent in person. But this isn't a street fight. Sources are saying T.I. has secured a high-level meeting at the very corporate headquarters where 50 Cent's biggest multi-billion-dollar TV and liquor deals are signed. T.I. isn't just trying to expose 50 Cent to the fans on Instagram. He is reportedly going to present the chilling evidence directly to 50's corporate board members. He is going for the money. He is going for the empire. He is going to show them exactly why their billionaire partner is a liability they can no longer afford. But just as T.I.'s jet was midair, 50 Cent finally broke his haunting silence with a move so cold it redefined the word troll. He posted a single, high-definition video to his Instagram. It wasn't a meme. It was a video of a legal process server standing outside the gates of T.I.'s massive Atlanta estate. 50 Cent's caption sent shockwaves through the industry. "You sent me a chilling warning video? That's cute. Tip. I sent you a federal subpoena. See you in the morning, King. I got a surprise for you in NYC that even your 2009 files can't fix. Check the doorbell. #power, #the real documentary." The cliffhanger. What does 50 Cent have that's bigger than the 2009 files? Rumors are now swirling that 50 Cent has obtained internal, never-before-seen security footage from inside the Harris household. Footage that reportedly shows the real truth behind the King Harris arrest and a conversation that T.I. thought was private. As T.I.'s jet touches down in the cold New York air, 50 Cent is reportedly waiting for him, not with a microphone, but with a legal team and a secret that could end the Harris legacy forever. Is T.I. walking into a trap? Or is he about to deliver the killing blow to 50 Cent's career? The boardroom doors are about to close. The lawyers are in position. And the first person to speak is going to change hip-hop history. We are tracking every movement. We are waiting outside that NYC office. And as soon as the first file drops or the first punch is thrown, you will hear it here first. The chilling warning was just the beginning. The real horror starts now. This is the most insane moment we've ever covered. T.I. is on the ground in NYC. 50 Cent has served the papers, and the 2009 files are one click away from destroying everything. Now, I want to hear from you. Is T.I. right to take this to the corporate boardrooms? Or has 50 Cent played him into a legal trap? Whose side are you on? #Team T.I. or #Team 50? Drop your theories in the comments. We are tracking T.I.'s movements in real time, and you must subscribe and turn on all notifications right now. The moment those secret files leak or the NYC confrontation happens, we're going live. Don't be the last to know the truth. Smash that like button if you're ready for the fallout. This is Spilled Bars. Stay tuned, because the real war has just begun.